Fights are back, and so are the different ways to make money while watching those fights. One of my favorite ways is PrizePicks. PrizePicks, daily fantasy. You just come in here, you say more or less than any of the numbers you see on the screen, you slap a few of them together, and you get paid. It's fun, it's easy, it's an app on your phone, and it's just another way to spruce up fight night. It's another way to make NFL weekend a little more exciting. And if you've never played PrizePicks, they'll give you free money to try it out. The only thing you need to do to get the free money, $50 for free, is go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. Use promo code WWP. Build yourself a little entry, $5. Throw $5 at an entry. And then they'll give you $50 instantly that you can use to build whatever the hell you want. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, promo code WWP. I'm going to focus on the UFC Perth fight card. But if you take a look at the top here, we've got all sports. We got lady sports, we got men's sports, we got college sports, we have professional sports, we got video games, darts. It's actually ridiculous, the variety. But if you come in here, you get your free money, you really do have a little more fun rooting for certain things. Instead of rooting for a specific outcome, you're rooting for someone just, oh God, land 2 more strikes, got it. Get 1 more takedown, got it. And you get paid. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. Promo code WWP. Let's go ahead and break this down. And it's always a tricky balance because on one hand, we want to get here before the lines go crazy. On the other hand, there are more lines coming out. So you can see we only have significant strikes, total rounds, and takedowns. There will be more lines added. But I saw what I needed with these. Let's start with significant strikes. We've basically got the full fight card on here. And there's a couple of lines that were intriguing to me. The less on Alexia Tainara is actually a line that was intriguing to me because I think she's going to come forward and just ragdoll Loma Lookboonmee. I think she's just going to throw her to the ground. I don't think she's going to land 60 strikes. I think she's going to get a bunch of takedowns, a bunch of control, potentially a finish. So I do like the less there. I don't have it played, but I like the less there. I am not touching these heavyweight strike lines because, dude, it could be 1 punch. It could be 100 punches of just sloppy disgustingness. The Michelle Montague fight, I like a different line, so we're not going to touch her strike line here. But if we work our way down, the strike line that I do like is Navajo Sterling. And I like the more there. 52.5 is a pretty high number, especially for men. But I think Navajo Sterling is just going to shot. Jab straight, and just bang, 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 and dance around the outside. I think it's just a lot of dancing, a lot of moving, while Rodolfo Bellato recklessly just moves forward trying to get takedowns. Navajo Sterling has landed more than this number in every single one of his fights. That's what he does. He's not as dangerous as people think he is, and he's got decent volume. So in a fight against a guy that's got a pretty decent chin, in a fight against a guy who's just moving forward trying to take him down while he's just going to let his hands go, Navajo Sterling over 52.5 strikes I like. There's another line here you can do if you don't trust that one as much. More heavyweights, which I am not touching. And the rest of these can be tricky because there could be multiple outcomes here. Neil Magny, 26.5. That is a low number. Neil Magny will let his hands go. I don't see Neil Magny just getting finished instantly. Jake Matthews was able to do that against Chidi Njokuani, but Jake Matthews isn't like a prolific finisher. He found a finish in his last fight. So if you want to do the more on Neil Magny, I don't mind that, as well as the less on Alexia Tainara. If we go to total rounds, a couple things that I like here. First of all, if we go find our buddy Rodolfo Bellato or Navajo Sterling, the more on 1.5, I like that as well. And this is actually probably safer than the 52.5 significant strikes because there is a world where Rodolfo Bellato just gets takedown after takedown after takedown, and this will cover you from that. So honestly, pick whichever one you want. If you trust the round line more, do the more there. If you trust the strikes more, do the more there. But this is one that I do find very confident. You can't do both. PrizePicks won't let you do that. But pick one of those. I'm going to go with strikes, but the more than 1.5 in the round, very, very confident in that as well. Tom Noland, I think the more than 1.5 in the round there is also pretty solid. Andre Petrosky, I'm going to leave that one alone because that other dude is wildly untested and an insanely quick turnaround. Let's go to takedowns, and this is where we're going to do the more on Michelle Montague. Michelle Montague has competed at an international level, both in jiu-jitsu and in wrestling. Michelle Montague is going to run forward, throw strikes, and then rip Luana Carolina to the ground. Luana's not useless on the ground, so she'll stand back up. And then Michelle will do it again. And that's all we need, 2 takedowns. I don't care if she wins or loses. I just need 2 takedowns out of her, and I think we get 2 takedowns out of her. So I'm going to jump on that. Jake Matthews, honestly, as good of a wrestler as he is, if you run through his fight history, more often than not, it's 0 takedowns or 1 takedown. Getting the 2 is a trick. It's not something that he does very often. Jamie Mullarkey, Rolando, Bedoya. Jamie might just stick with volume, just sheer volume, and not shoot any actual takedowns. So I'm going to leave that alone, and I like the Michelle Montague. I gave you a bunch of different options here, but the two that I am running with are Navajo Sterling and Michelle Montague. Navajo Sterling more than 52.5 strikes. Michelle Montague more than 1.5 takedowns. I went ahead and placed that earlier, and this is what that looks like. Guys, this is my entry. If you don't like my entry, totally fine. Build your own. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Promo code WWP. Get your free money, and good luck this weekend.